Yo, what's up, guys? Nate here. So, wait, is this recording? Oh, I'm not. Okay, whatever. Okay, look, I won't make cuts. Be like, it's the first time I'm doing a face cam. So, what's up, Nate here? I guess. So yeah, I'll be doing a tier list today. Hopefully everything looks good. I guess please do let me know in the comments below, like if I if the camera looks good and like the camera the quality and of course like the tier list looks good. But yeah, we're gonna hop straight into it. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully, like I'm looking at the camera so you guys can see like what I'm talking about. But as long as you guys can like see the screen and like it's not like terrible quality, then it's all good, man. It's all good. But can't see. We start with Arch Queen. I feel like Arch Queen is kind of like a B tier card, I would say. And people do forget like before Monk and Tower Troops like came into the game. I feel like Arch Queen was probably like S tier at one point, definitely S tier, but I'd say definitely B tier. You could argue for like maybe like high C tier, but probably B tier for me. And you have archers. I feel like archers are kind of a C tier. They're good in Giant Graveyard, good in Expo mainly. I would say. I feel like it used to be back in the day with Hog Rider, but archers definitely a C. Go for arrows. Arrows did get a nerf, but in my opinion, they're still pretty strong. I wouldn't say they're like as strong as Arch Queen personally, but I do think that with like arrows like getting a nerf, it used to be an A tier, right? But I think with a spell, definitely a B tier now. But like definitely like a high B tier, maybe like a low A, but definitely a high B for me. Baby Dragon. Honestly, I find it really annoying in Splash Yard and like only Graveyard, so definitely put it in C tier. Don't think it's in B tier, but definitely C tier. Not sure if it's better than Archers, so we'll leave it right here. Maybe a Bloon. Yeah, it's a S tier card. No, I'm just joking. I do hate Loon. Like me personally, like I hate Loon. I'm very biased. Like since I do run Mind Control, I hate Minor Loon. I hate Law. I hate almost any Loon, type of Loon deck. I'll say it's definitely Honestly, doesn't he a nerf? No, but I think I'll probably put it B tier. I think it's probably better than Arch Queen. I want to say better than Arrows, but definitely B tier in my opinion. I feel like again, if you guys like disagree with like any of my picks, please do let me know in the comments below, and just to know like if I say anything bad or if it looks bad, I'm sorry. It's the first time like doing face cam and stuff, so I don't even know if you guys didn't even hear the mic. Like I don't even know if the camera's even working or even the quality is good. Hopefully the quality is good though. So let's see. And sorry for the clicks too. I'm kind of like looking back and forth to make sure like I'm looking at the camera and stuff, and it's not like lagging or anything. I won't make any edits in this because it's the first time. I just want to see like how the video does and what you guys think of it. It's like I'll just talk about it later. But Bandit, I would put Bandit like C. I'll put Bandit C tier. I think Bandit is pretty strong. I don't think it's like D tier at all. But there's like a lot worser cards than Bandit. So let me put it C tier. Bard Barrel, it's a pretty average card. I'll put it in like high and like actually no, I'll definitely put it B tier. I think Bard Barrel is like a pretty useful and like very versatile card. So definitely put it B tier. Bar Putt, yeah, but first F tier card. Bar Putt, I feel like almost any spawner is not good right now in the meta. I feel like, do you guys want a spawner meta? For casuals and for pro players, me personally, I wouldn't mind a Bar Putt meta. Maybe, actually. Yeah, just we'll leave it F tier. We have Barbarians. If you're talking about the normal cards, I'll definitely put a D tier. Are there evils in this? Let me see. Oh, okay, there are evils in this. So I'll be like rating the normal cards too. I think barbers are D tier. Maybe like give like a health buff. Maybe give it like take away one barbarian and get more HP. Maybe. I think it's really only good in like maybe like fireball bait decks and then also lava. But I think otherwise it's not really like that good of a card personally. But it's just my opinion, of course. We have bats here. I think bats are definitely a B. I think bats are kind of a B. No, actually, I have no idea, man. Bats? I think bats are kind of a C tier card. Not too strong, but not too weak either. I wouldn't really buff it. I think it's kind of like average. I think C is like where it's like an average card. You don't really nerf it. Again, if you're biased, like you might want Baby Dragon to be nerfed, but I feel like if you're casual, I don't really see why you would want Baby Dragon to be nerfed. So you didn't have the healer, man. Healer would definitely be a D tier card because like it's only really viable in Golem and E-Golem. Like really, if you just really think about it, healer is kind of a dumb concept where like kind of a troop that heals like air troops and ground troops. But I think like you could argue to put in C, maybe like a low C tier, but I think put in D tier. But like definitely don't buff it. You don't need to buff healer. I think it's just kind of a below average card. It literally only works in 2 decks anyways. So we have a battle ram. Yeah, I put this card in D tier. I think the Evo battle ram will probably be like higher, but I mean D tier. It literally only works in bridge spam. In P.E.K.K.A, it is an annoying card, but is it stronger than any of these cards? No, and definitely not a B tier card. So D tier go battle ram. Unfortunately, you are not a big enough man. Like Hundo. Okay, okay. Now we have Bomber. I think personally, Bomber is pretty strong in my opinion. I think Bomber probably put a B tier. People might argue against this, but Bomber is like very good. Even you can use Bomber in RG. You have Lava. You have Drill. You could use yeah. Use they use it, also use it in Miner Mortar too. You could use it in like a in like Miner Control as well. I'm just using it as an example, but I think Bomber is still a very strong card, so definitely put it B tier. You have Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower back in the day, I would say put it in like S tier, but that was before. That was like after the nerfs that I got, so definitely put Bomb Tower probably in A tier. I might be a little biased since like this deck is run with like Drill and like Remy Eli's deck. I feel like Remy Eli's deck has always been strong with yeah, it's always been strong with Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower's always been like a vital building in the game or in the meta, so definitely put it A tier. You have Bowler. Honestly, I've been asking for a Bowler nerf, and Bowler is better than all these cards in C tier. I might put Bowler like in the middle of B tier to be honest. I think Bowler is better than Arch Queen. I feel like Bowler is kind of using only NATO decks, but it's still a strong card in general. I mean, maybe we've been a little bit biased with this pick, but I'll definitely still put Bowler in B tier. But I feel like please again, if you guys like disagree with anything, we can like I guess we can debate in the comments since why not, man? Cannon, Cannon is definitely a C tier. You could buff it. You could buff Cannon to be honest. I wouldn't be against it, but definitely not put in B tier. Kind of like one of the weaker buildings in the meta. Did Cannon get a buff or a nerf? I kind of forgot. I think I got a nerf, right? If I'm not wrong, since it was too strong with like Mighty Miner bait back in the day, but I'm honestly not too sure. But definitely put Cannon in C tier. You have Cannon Cart. Yeah, this card is going in high A tier. Or like I'll put it in S tier. Okay, I'm probably being biased, but I'll put it in high A tier. The buff that Cannon Cart got is making the card very strong, very very annoying in Miner Mortar. Let's say I definitely hate Miner Mortar, so definitely not biased. Definitely not a biased tier list, but I mean, if I was biased, I would definitely put it in S tier. But I'm not. I'm trying to not be biased here. I'll definitely put it in just like high A tier. The buff just made it absolutely insane, dude. You have Clone. Yeah. I don't really. If you guys need me to explain why Clone is broken, like, I don't really know what you guys want me to say, man. But okay, Clone. Yeah, obviously F tier. Dark Prince. Honestly, put it in C tier. I don't think it deserves a B tier. I think maybe last meta it could have with like the drill and stuff. So maybe you can put yeah, maybe you could argue for last season to Dark Prince to be B tier, but I think C tier it could deserve a buff. Definitely not being biased there at all, but you know it's all good. This is Dark Prince C tier. You have Dark Gob immediately high B tier. I feel like Dark Gob is still very strong too. It's stronger than all of these cards in B tier. I don't think it could deserve like a like this. Dark Gob could go to like low A tier, but I think B tier. Actually, no, I'm putting it in high A tier because it's very much used in log bait now with the bush and all of that. Very annoying, like just like Cannon Cart. Again, I feel like these cards like Bomb Tower and Dark Gob, like does it deserve a buff? I'm not really too sure. Like, do you want to buff it? Like, yeah. So I guess should you buff it? Not really, but I do understand like why they want to buff it. I'm not really against it, but again, I do think it's in A tier after all the buffs that it got. Earthquake. Earthquake is definitely a C tier spell. I think back then it used to be like with like if you guys remember like level 16 mirror in the game or level 15 mirror, it was absolutely insane. But that was like a long time ago. So I mean, Earthquake C tier. Don't think it deserves a buff. It does not need a nerf. I don't think. I don't think Earthquake needs a nerf. Maybe like a slight buff, but I'm not really too sure like what kind of buff you would give it. So give it a C tier. You have E-Drag. Man, I feel like this video doesn't be very long. Dude. There's so much to go through, man. It's all good though. I said it's my first time doing this, so again, if you guys like want like you know maybe like shorter videos, maybe I can like you know stop yapping. But again, this is a chill list, so just do whatever I gotta do, right? Okay, go for E-Drag here. E-Drag is definitely like E-Drag is definitely a C tier card. Maybe like a definitely lower on the C tier end. You could argue for like a high D tier card, but it's literally only used in like Golem, E Golem, and then you have Loon. But I think E-Drag is still like a valuable card. I feel like maybe you could put like a high D tier, but like maybe a high D tier, low C tier. I'm not gonna lie, but again, maybe you could buff it. I think over buffing it would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't be surprised if this card got a buff. So maybe I'll put it in D tier for now. Maybe I'll change my mind. You have E Giant. E Giant is definitely C tier. E Giant's like one of those win cons where like it used to be super broken right back in the day, but now it's kind of more so you know I feel like just an average card. I feel like it's pretty. Yeah, it's definitely below average. I would say so. Definitely a C tier. I don't really see E Giant used on like mid ladder anyways. You have E Spirit. E-Spirit is definitely a B tier card. Definitely more in the middle. I think people kind of like underestimate E-Spirit. I mean, it has a 9 max chain, and coming from someone who used to really one trick E-Spirit, right, and I still do, this spirit is very strong. I'd probably say probably like, I think honestly it's the best spirit. Maybe like E-Spirit, Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit, and then the worst spirit being Heal Spirit. You have Ewas here. Didn't Ewas get a buff? I didn't even notice it. Honestly, I would be tempted to put in D again, but the buff that I got, I'll definitely just put a C tier, but I didn't even notice the buff that I got. E-Barbs, okay, yeah, D tier. No one really uses E-Barbs. I feel like E-Barbs on release were broken, but it's just been a card kind of like, Battle Ram where it's only used in Bridge Spam, right? So it is annoying, but it's not broken and maybe it could deserve a buff. I wouldn't buff it personally because I remember when E-Barbs were like at its peak, the card was so annoying with Heal Spirit. People would actually use like these 3 cards in an entire deck. Healer, Battle Ram, E-Barbs in a deck. Absolutely crazy times. But you have Pump. Yeah, just I don't know. Pump is in a spot where like people were complaining about it, but honestly, I think it's a D tier card. Maybe like on a higher end of D tier, like a low C tier maybe. But yeah, I'd like put it in C tier because like Pumpo. I mean, Pump is not really. It's using Golem, Pumpo, E Golem. Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. So like I would kind of argue for D tier, but I understand the hate for Pump, so I'll probably just put it like a low C tier. But if you guys do enjoy, like, if you guys are watching up until this video and like you enjoy these type of videos, this is my first time, so like I don't know if you guys even hear what I'm saying, but if you guys do enjoy, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's kind of weird being on camera, but I think I'm kind of getting used to it. Maybe I feel like my facial expressions are kind of weird, but it's all good, man. Pretend that my best facial feature is my nose, so I don't know if my nose is kind of too big, maybe too fat, I don't know. But enough yapping. Let's continue on the tier list. Egolem, D tier. No, actually, no. I would argue C tier, like somewhere in the middle. I feel like people are like, "Oh, Nate, but Eagle is like so trash." Like, it's trash, but you guys don't understand, man. Eagle and Blobs when they're raged up, I can't be the only one who thinks that card does way too much damage. So I definitely put a C tier. I won't put it any higher because I'd be clearly biased. But yeah, Eagle definitely C tier. They have Executioner. Yeah, Executioner is definitely a D tier for me. You could buff it. I think it's pretty strong. Maybe like on the higher end of D tier, like along with E-Drag, like both really strong, but they only really work with native decks. And other than that, I mean, I guess you might see like some like mid ladder Menace use Executioner, but I think otherwise, kind of just definitely like it could go like low C tier, but I'd definitely just put it D tier, like high D tier most likely. You have Fireball. I think Fireball is pretty average. I'd say like kind of above average. It's definitely better than Earthquake. It kind of fits in a lot more variations of decks in this meta. You have Expo, you have RG as well, so he's definitely the B tier. Bro, no card has been S tier yet. I feel like you guys will definitely see what is. I feel like most evils will probably be S tier. You have Firecracker. Honestly, I would put this C tier, but I do understand the pain that like mid ladder players go through and top ladder players. Ian, bro, I'm telling you guys, if you guys have ever played against Ian when this dude runs Firecracker, oh my camera's too small, dude. Bro, let me shrink it down. Oops, okay. Bro, I'm doing it mid-recording, dude. Bro, okay, yeah. But anyway, let me make it a little bit smaller. How do you make it smaller? Bro, too small, man. Okay, it's all good. But yeah, I think like with the Firecracker, if you guys have faced Ian when he uses Hog Rider, oh man, that card's so annoying. So I'll give it a B tier. I'll give it a B tier. Fire Spirit. I think Fire Spirit is like right here next to probably like below Firecracker. Again, it's still a good spirit. It's still very strong. I wouldn't give it a buff or a nerf. I think it's just average the way it is. Fisherman. Honestly, I find Fisherman just to be kind of on the high B tier end. I think it's a very strong card. I never really complained about Fisherman, but then I feel like once you guys realize that this card it really slows down buildings and troops. I feel like that's kind of way too broken for a card. It's not like broken, right? To where like you would call like, okay, this card needs a nerf immediately, right? But I think Fisherman is kind of one of those cards to where yeah, Fisherman is definitely one of those cards to where you would definitely just want like if it got nerfed, okay, good. If it got buffed, please do not buff Fisherman. But if it got nerfed, I think people wouldn't be too upset about it. I wouldn't be upset about it anyways. But you have Fly Machine. Yeah, okay. If you guys know, then you guys know. I'm not gonna comment on that anymore. But if you guys, bro, my camera, man, it's too small or it's too big, man. I feel like if the camera's like this, right? Is it like? Can you guys not see me or whatever? But yeah, I mean, if you guys know, then you guys know why Fly Machine is S tier, dude. Okay, let's see. Then we have the Freeze Mate. I Freeze F tier. Maybe like high F tier. I don't really. Freeze is like good in like Graveyard Freeze, Loon Freeze. Maybe I'm being like too harsh on it, or like maybe like not enough criticism, but it's definitely either a high F tier or like a low D tier. But I'll put in low D tier since like Freeze is still like somewhat viable, but not really, man. Yeah, the furnace. Yep, trash. You guys know why? Don't ask me why. I feel like Super Sodas doesn't want another spawner meta because we all know what happens like when there's a spawner meta. Yeah, let's put this card in trash too. Absolute trash, garbage. Buff it maybe. I wouldn't mind a buff to these, but I feel like maybe the buff would be way too much. But we have to see, man. Okay, bro. I feel like this recording's been way too long, so let me just speed run through this. Okay, Giant. Giant's B tier, man. That card has a lot of the giant has so much HP, man. Like I don't care what anyone says, dude. That card is too much HP. You have giant skeleton. Yeah, that card is C tier, dude. It's just like E giant, right? It's just like it's mid. It's not terrible, but like if it got a buff, I don't think people would like really be against it. Okay, I'm sorry, but Snowball's an A tier. I may be biased when I say this, but Snowball. The only reason why Snowball got so many buffs was due to the reason like it got so many buffs was just because of like Log being so broken. I don't think Log's coming up here, but man, Snowball is an A tier, man. I don't care what anyone says, dude. Okay, let me just speed run through all these goblins. Okay, Barrel is a C tier. Cage is also a C tier. Actually, Cage is kind of a yeah. Cage by itself is a C tier. Goblin Barrel by itself is also a C tier card. Again, there are evos here. So like, I feel like once I get to the evos, you guys will like understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, Spell is very average. I think after the nerf, maybe the nerf is too much, but definitely put it like low D tier. Yeah, low D tier or low D tier or high C tier probably or low. Oh, bro, I want to edit this out so badly, but I'm not going to. Whatever, man. This is okay. Look, this may be a long ass video. I'm sorry, but just deal with it, guys. So I want to be like I want to be as helpful and transparent as possible, right? So I'll just take my time with this. I don't know. This is gonna be a very long video, most likely. Okay, yeah, but Cage is a C tier because by itself, it's average. Barrel is also average without the Evo. Honestly, you could argue maybe Curse could be like a high D tier because it's not really that used. Like I rarely see it ever. It's like maybe you could argue low C tier, high. I'm gonna put a high D tier though because I don't think it should be in the same category as Earthquake. To be honest, I think Earthquake is pretty average. Demolisher, yeah, Demolisher is definitely Demolisher is a S tier card in my opinion. I think once the meta I feel like once the meta kind of settles down and people kind of realize like how good Demolisher is, you could argue maybe it could be like A tier, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but definitely like a high A tier, like low S tier in my opinion. You have Drill. Drill by itself is an average card. Not really much to say there. Goblin Gang. Okay, Goblin Gang is a high B tier. I honestly don't really agree with the Spears nerf. I think the Spears nerf is way too much. Maybe like revert the nerf. I think it does like too much damage. Like it just like kind of shoots way too fast like cannon card. Again, if I put Goblin Gang in A tier, I'm definitely being biased. So I'll definitely put in like in high B tier to be honest. I think it's better than Giant personally, but and then you have Goblin Giant. Goblin Giant by itself is a C tier card. How do I make this smaller, dude? Wait, what just happened? Oh no, wait, I switched. I'm such an idiot, dude. Wait, can I make this bigger by chance? Oh no, I can't. Bruh. Imagine trying to fix something while recording. Okay, hopefully you guys didn't see that. I think you guys may have seen that, but it's whatever. I think so far like the tier list it doesn't look too bad, so okay. Alright, let me go Golem Machine here. Golem Machine is definitely a C tier. Maybe like on the higher end of C tier to be honest. It's still like a good legendary, but I think on release, bro, that card made no sense, dude. Like 800, like over 1,000 damage, right? It did on release. Don't know what Supercell was smoking during that session, but it's all good, man. You have goblins. Goblins are definitely like a low B tier. They're still pretty average. Oh, actually, no, I'll put goblins C tier. Actually, I think right now that meta is just kind of like. It's right. Goblins aren't really that useful to be honest. I think spears are useful, but like I guess Larry by itself, or not Larry, but like yeah, I guess the Riley is like Riley isn't really like that viable right now. So the Riley is so definitely put in C tier. Bro, this is so long, man. Why so many cards in CR, dude? Why so many cards, man? Okay, it's only been 20 minutes, bro. Bro, it's not even that long, dude. Okay, how many cards do you have? How many cards do I have left? God damn, dude. Okay, so you have Golden Knight here. I think Goran's only good in drill, to be honest. Like drill and golem, so definitely put it like on the lower end of a C tier. I think Gob Giant kind of should be like kind of moved up to be like a higher end of C tier, to be honest. You have golem, yeah, the card is D tier. No one uses golem. I feel like even in mid ladder, right? Like, do you guys even see any golem? Like, cause I don't. I see like maybe like one or two golem players, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, graveyard. Graveyard is a high B tier in my opinion. I don't think it's A or S anymore. Ooh, yeah, I'm kind of messing up here. Yeah, I don't think Graveyard is like an A or S anymore, but definitely like a high B tier. Does it need a nerf? I don't know. I'm not really too sure like how you would decide to nerf Graveyard, or if you even want to nerf it, but definitely like a high B tier. Like you can nerf it, but it doesn't really matter if you do. Like if like how are you gonna nerf Graveyard without killing it is my question. Oh yeah, Heal Spirit's definitely D tier. Useless card that no one uses it at all except for like 3M. You have guards. I think guards are pretty good. Maybe like low B tier. I think they're better than archers low key. You could argue like guards being high C tier, but I think guards are definitely a solid card. Definitely very good. It doesn't die to arrows anymore, which is like really. I think it's pretty good for cycle players, but I feel like Garrett players are kind of in shambles when they arrows guards. I think guards are pretty strong though. Maybe like on a higher end of a B tier, but we'll leave it there for now. You have Hog Rider. Yeah, again, I'm not being biased, guys. Like, Hog Rider is broken, has too much HP. Like, Hard's been broken for ages. Don't care what anyone says. Definitely not being biased. All right. So you have Hunter. I mean, Hunter is pretty hot, but I feel like he's kind of an average card. I mean, look, in the meta, he's average, but in my heart, he's my lover, I think. Or no, I'm just joking. But I think Hunter's kind of in the honestly, you could argue Hunter to be D tier, but I'll just put in C tier. I don't think it's that like I don't think Hunter deserves to be like in D tier completely, but we'll just put in C tier for now. You have Ice Golem. Did Ice Golem get a buff? I don't know if Ice Golem got a buff, but I definitely put Ice Golem probably in C tier. Another like average card. Just wouldn't put it any higher. Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit is such a good evo. Not a good evo. I mean, we haven't got to the evos yet, but I think as a card by itself, it's still pretty strong. Maybe put like on the lower end, like with the Fire Spirit. You could argue Ice Spirit. Yeah, no, Ice Spirit don't need no buff, man. That card is still pretty good. Still, I put in the B tier. I think honestly, if these cards are in B tier, I might move a little bit. I feel like Graveyard is still pretty strong. I don't know, man. I feel like again, like if you guys are watching up until this point, please do let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I don't know. I feel like this is like my tier list is based on the entire meta, right? So like this is including top ladder and like the casual base. I think maybe Fisherman should be like a little bit lower, but I don't know, man. Fisherman is so strong, dude. I think Bontar should go down one. It's not that strong, but then Graveyard should go up one as well. I think Graveyard is still like a really strong card, so I think maybe I'll change my mind, but I think this for now is good. Okay, I think Ice Wiz, yeah, definitely C tier. It got a buff, so I think it's on the higher end of C tier. Maybe like okay, and Ice Wiz buff is kind of crazy. It's not making like that big of an impact. So you have Hunter who runs Ice Bow, then you have Splash Yard, but I think you could argue like Ice Wiz to be kind of low B tier and then high C tier. I have no idea, but we'll just put Ice Wiz C tier. And you have Inferno Drag or I Drag. I think I Drag is definitely C tier on the lower end of C tier. It's still a strong card, but definitely not a B tier card in my opinion. Inferno, yeah, that card is trash, dude. It's like below average. I feel like honestly, I might put this in D tier since like Void does exist. Where is Void, man? Yeah, I just we'll just move this card straight up to S tier, man. This card, like this is truly an S tier card, man. I don't know why they would ever add this in the game, but you know that is super solid for you. Man, Void actually ruined Inferno, dude. Like Inferno used to be like an A tier card in my opinion back before Void came, and since Void came, like I would honestly put it like low, like high D tier, low C tier, but I'll just put low C tier, man. You have Knight. Knight is a pretty strong card. I definitely put it in like high B tier. Doesn't need a nerf, but doesn't need a buff either. So it's just like one of those balance cards. I feel like Knight is just I feel like a card that like everyone loves, right? Like you don't hate Knight. If you hate Knight, then you if you hate Knight, then you hate children. No, I'm just joking. All right. And then we have Lava. Man, I don't know, dude. I think Lava's pretty strong, like on like the high B tier, low C tier. Again, I'm probably being biased with the Lava Loon picks, but man, you guys don't understand, man. Lava Loon Void, like I understand it does like almost every deck in this game does get countered, but man, Lava Loon is it's just so painful, man. I feel like my camera's too small. Man, I feel like I don't know, man. Is the camera too small for you guys? Because I feel like I'm gonna cover the other cards if I don't like okay, so whatever. I'll just do it like this. I think the size is better. All right, are we almost done, dude? Bro, there's too much, man. Okay, lightning. That's a low B tier. I think like lightning is pretty strong. Does it need a nerf? No. It might need a nerf because like all the other spells got a nerf, but definitely don't buff that card. You have LP. LP is high C tier in my opinion. Yeah, LP is it's not useless. Like it's still a very average. Like it's an average card. I would say. Definitely not like broken anymore, but it's average. I would say. You have the LP. You have the lumberjack. I feel like lumberjack is definitely low C tier. Again, it's like with the Ewas, like, do you want to buff it? Sure, if you buff it, but like don't over buff it. You have Marcher. Oh man, Marcher's. Oh look, Marcher's using P.E.K.K.A. and Marcher Nado. If I was biased, I would put it pretty a high B tier, but I'd probably put a high C tier too. And I think most legendaries right now are kind of like in like the high C tier in my opinion. You have Mega Knight. I feel like Mega Knight is like I don't know, man. Mega Knight is what? I think it's low C tier in my opinion. I think Mega Knight is strong, but didn't get a nerf because like there were like so many casuals gonna play like till this day, there's still people like because like I do look on Reddit sometimes when I'm bored, like the CR Reddit, and man, there are people who actually like find like Mega Knight to be still so broken, which is kind of crazy. So maybe put in like the middle of C tier, but in my opinion, I think it's like a low C tier card. You have Mega Minion, pretty average card. I'll say in the middle of C tier. You could argue actually no, I think it's like a high C tier card. You could argue that maybe it could go in the B tier card, but only using lava. You have giant, not really too strong, but it's not like ass either. So you have the mighty miner. Yeah, again, I feel like most legends just didn't go like high C tier, man. It's not bad, but like it's not really that good either. Not really broken. You have miner. Okay, like I did say most. I did say most legendaries would be high C tier, but I think miner is definitely in the middle of B tier. It's still a strong card. I feel like miner control like as a yeah, I feel like miner control as an archetype is kind of dead right now, but you know, it's all good, man. Bro, so much to scroll, dude. Alright, let's see. We have Minion Horde. Yeah, that card is D tier. Like, no one even uses Minion Horde, bruh. Maybe you could argue, like, Minions are better than Minion Horde, but I feel like maybe I would honestly put in D tier. Maybe buff it, but don't over buff it again. I feel like same with Lumberjack, right? Like, it's still a good card, but don't over buff it to where, like, it'll be, like, so broken. I think my tier list is pretty good so far. Of course, guys. I'm not arguing with you guys on Hog Rock. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you guys about Ian and the Flying Machine, dude. Those cards are absolutely broken. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says, dude. You have Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A is strong and Sparky and like Giant and like that's like pretty much it. Like Gob Giant. So they put it C tier. You have Mirror. It's in a spot where like Mirror is like in a spot over like of like minions and Lumberjack, right? If you buff it, don't over buff it again. But I think it's an average spot. You have Monk. Monk is definitely in the high end of C tier. Actually, no. Monk is definitely a B tier. I think it's with Miner. I think Monk may be strong. Or no, I think Miner is definitely stronger than Monk, but definitely in B tier in my opinion. You have Mortar. Mortar by itself is pretty trash, bro. So just put yourself in a C tier. Is my face cam covering anything? Bro, my face cam is covering it, dude. Okay, I apologize if it's covering it, but wait, if I scroll up, you guys still see it? No, what am I doing? Okay, if I scroll up, you guys can see it. So I apologize, but you guys can still see the cards like once I scroll up. So apologies for the face cam, bro. Bro, imagine I'm yapping this entire time, like my mic isn't even working, dude. Now that would be crazy, man. Okay, let's see. What's left, dude? What's next? What is next, man? Okay. You have Mother Witch here. Okay, I know Riley would probably put it in like freaking like A tier, but okay, from a non-biased opinion, Mother Witch is still strong, so I'll probably put it in B tier. You have the Musketeer. Musketeer is average. I'll probably put in the high end of C tier. Like probably better than because like Musketeer has always been like one of those cards where like it's never been too broken, but man, it's like such like a strong card. I would say. I mean, Musketeer has been like in the game since like the beta, so I think it definitely deserves. Maybe sure a lot more love. Maybe okay, definitely a high C tier, low B tier, but I think I'll put it in C tier for now, most likely. Because 2.6, man, 2.6 will never die. By the way, I can't believe that deck is still alive, man. Okay, you have Night Witch here. Night Witch is definitely a C tier. I think it's probably on the higher end of C tier, but again, I feel like most legis, like I did tell you guys, will probably be on the high end of C tier, and like some will be in the B tier. You have P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A by itself is honestly a pretty good win con, so definitely put it in like low B tier. Don't think it needs a nerf, but it's definitely really strong right now, I would say. So you have Phoenix. Phoenix is definitely Honestly, Phoenix is pretty strong and like giant. But like, is it broken? Nah, because it got a lot of nerfs. So, like, I'll definitely put it on the. I'll probably put in the high end of C tier to be honest. It's very strong. Bro, Phoenix is also a leggy man. It's kind of crazy, dude. All right, let's see what else, bro. I'm so tired, man. Like, I want to. Okay, look, guys, it's my first time doing this. So, like, I apologize if like the video is too long. You don't want to watch it. Look, just like scroll to your favorite part, and yeah, bro. Because like I was like trying to I was trying to the gameplay, but like it was lagging, so I need to figure out like how to fix that. If you know how to fix that, poison. Oh yeah, poison is definitely a B tier card. Definitely on the higher end. It's definitely better than fireball. So definitely on like definitely like the higher end of B tier in my opinion. You have Prince. Oh my god, Prince is so annoying, dude. Definitely just put in B tier, dude. I think probably like more so in the middle, but the Prince is so strong right now. You have Princess. Yeah, that card is a S tier again. If you guys wanna, yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not debating anybody about Princess. So that card is broken. Needs a nerf. Rage. I think Rage is honestly pretty strong, bro. So many cards to go through, man. God damn, man. God damn, bro. How there's so like are there like 150 cards now, man? There's people only like 70, bro. Okay, Rage is definitely on the higher end of C tier. I think Rage is like low key underrated, and it only does work in like E Golem and like giant Sparky. So I mean that's why it's definitely in C tier. Like kind of maybe in the lower end. Yeah, it's C tier by itself. You have Ram Rider. I think Ram Rider is pretty good. Again, it'll just be like on the high end of C tier. You have Rascals. Rascal's got a buff, but I think they're still pretty bad. So I'll say it's on the lower end of C tier. It really only does work in log bait, so maybe like in the middle of C tier probably. But let's see, man. You have Rocket. Yeah, Rocket is like a C tier, dude. I'll have to definitely put it next to Earthquake. Maybe you could argue like it could be on the higher end of C tier, but I think it's not really that popular anymore. So like maybe like it's still like a high C tier card. I think in this meta or like in this meta right now, like in this game, especially like where this game is at right now, bro. Minor Moore is dominating the meta right now. Oh yeah, wait, why is Moore so low then? Yeah, Moore should be like Minor Moore is so strong, probably one of the best decks. So I don't know, but I'm tripping, dude. Moore should be a B tier, man. I feel like by itself, maybe like a C tier, but no, I'll still put a B tier. Like the card, like you don't need Evil Mortar, but if you have Evil Mortar, like with that spam deck, with like like Goblin Gang, Skelly Drags, Cannon Cart, it's still like so. I feel like still a very strong combination. Maybe being biased, so I could probably put it down to like I probably put Mortar. Yeah, I probably Mortar back down to like probably like a C tier maybe. I think C tier is definitely valid. I think high under C tier probably. Okay, let's see. You have delivery. Yeah, delivery's trash, dude. And delivery only works in like two decks, man. Like pigs and minor control. So I may put it in the middle. Since you guys are probably gonna call me biased if I put it like too low. You have Ghost. I think Ghost is very strong. Definitely a B tier card. It does work in Peck and RG, but Peck and RG are right now kind of like two of the most dominant decks in the meta for like top 1K and casuals personally. But I feel like it's not too bad. It's definitely a B tier for me. You have RG. RG by itself is definitely above average card. Just definitely put it in the C tier, most likely a high C tier. You have recruits. Recruits are just annoying in general, so we'll just put in like in the middle of C tier probably. You have pigs. Pigs are kind of like on the lower end. I feel like it works in like pigs or earthquakes, so like maybe in the middle with recruits and also recruits pigs, but I think it's not that strong. It's like not that annoying. I feel like it's definitely not up here with the B tier cards. All right, let's see, bro. This is too much, man. Okay, let me just read the Tower Troops. I mean, I feel like these are all like. I mean, do you really want to? I guess the tier list. I mean, I feel like these are all. I think this is a B tier. Prince Tower is definitely B tier. Cannoneer is an S tier, by the way. I think it needs a nerf personally. That card is just too strong. I feel like there's some towers like you have the HP deficit, so like maybe like a high A tier, but still a very good Tower Troop personally. Dagger Duchess is still an average card. Definitely put it in like high B tier or low B tier. I think Prince Tower is still better than Dagger Duchess, but there's still some people in this game who still use Dagger Duchess, and I feel like it's still it's a pretty good card, I would say. And then you have I think that's it, right? I think that's it, bro. Finally, dude, all this yapping and then yeah, dude, all this yapping, it's almost over, man. Okay, let me see. What the? Why am on? Wait, where's my screen? Okay. Skarmy D tier, not really too good in my opinion. Again, Skelly Barrel, not really that good. You could argue like, oh yeah, Skelly Barrel is D tier. Skarmy is Yeah, I feel like you can't really buff someone without killing it. I feel like it's just in the middle. I'll say in the middle, definitely in the middle. I think Pump is up there, definitely a bit better. You have Skelly Drag. Skelly Drag is definitely a B tier, a very strong card, especially right now, like with like Mortar, Bait, and Lava. I think Skelly Drags have been like the strongest points where they're at. And who knows in God's earth name why Skelly Drags survive a Delivery Spirit, man? I know Delivery Fire Spirit kills it, but man, please unnerf Skelly Drags, man. I mean, no, not unnerf. Nerf Skelly Drags, man. Make it die to Delivery Spirit again. I can finally use Mind Control again. It's so painful seeing at 1 HP. Skeletons, even without the Evo, it's still a pretty strong Evo. I would honestly argue to put it in like C tier. I mean, it's one elixir. You can get like a lot of positive trades if you guys know how to like. If you guys have good micro, then no skeletons can be very strong too. So okay, man, we're getting close to finishing it off. Skelly King, yeah, Skelly King is definitely as the champion, right? Champion is definitely up there. I think it's probably like probably the best C tier card. You could argue like with Mortar because like Skelly King only does work in like E-Golem and Mortar. Like it used to work in Lava and like a lot of other. It really kind of only works in spam decks, so I'll definitely just put it in like high C tier to be honest. Again, you guys could argue it could be put into low B tier. So, oh, my voice running out, dude. It's getting hoarse, man. It's getting horse, right? All right, let me see. Sparky, yeah, that card is trash, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Her name is literally Sparky on like trash can wheels. So, what can you say, man? Spear Goblins, oh man. I may be biased in saying this, but I think it's a high B tier card along with God Gang, dude. These like the buffs that it got, like the range buff that it got is absolutely insane. Like I never realized how annoying it really was, but like god damn, man, god damn, bro. Literally, it's definitely. If I was biased, I'll put it A tier, but I'll just put it B tier, man. Okay, let's see. What's next, dude? Oh wait, the bush. The bush is kind of. I would honestly put it a high C tier card. I think it's very annoying in log bait. I don't think it's like super broken, but in like the right matchup, oh man, it's super annoying. So I'll probably I'll definitely. It's kind of like Ghost, man. It's like it's a really good card, but it kind of depends on the matchup, and it's like kind of just really annoying. I feel like so. Let me put in like low B tier. Okay, Tesla. Tesla by itself, the nerfs that I got, is still a strong card, but probably put it in like the second level of C tier. Maybe you could put it in the middle, but again, people would probably call me biased, so I'll just put it in like the middle, the second level of C tier, so you guys don't attack me in the comments, bro. You have log, bro. Can you imagine? Dude, if I'm recording this and like it doesn't save or like it says, "Oh, audio not found," bro, I'm gonna rip it, dude. Okay, log is gonna be probably the first legendary, or yeah, next to ghost. Probably it goes to like probably in like high B tier. Very strong spell. Doesn't need a nerf. I don't know. I wouldn't be against it, but I don't think it does need a nerf in my opinion. But I probably am biased. 3M, yeah, trash card. No one uses it. Tombstone, low C tier, just like Inferno, dude. No, actually no. I'll probably in like the high end, probably like below Tesla, right? Because it is good in lava. I think it is better than Cannon. So I mean, Golem, Splasher. I think Tombstone is still pretty underrated as well. NATO. To be honest, I don't. I think NATO is one of those cards to where like if you nerf it, you have to kill it, right? Because like I'm pretty sure they did try to nerf NATO, and they nerfed NATO and like they killed it completely off. So I just don't think they're ever gonna touch NATO again. I think NATO is personally, I think it's a very good card. I'll probably put it in the low B. I'll probably put it in like this, like probably mid B tier. I think it's very strong. Just like Fireball, right? Like they can try to nerf NATO, in which they did, but I just don't think you can nerf it without killing it entirely. So you have Valk. Valk by itself is it's an average card. I'll probably put it next to like Dark Prince here most likely. You have Wall Breakers. I think Wall Breakers are very underrated. Probably put it in like the second row of C tier. You have Witch here. Yeah, guys, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with any of you. I'm not arguing. Don't ask me why. Look, all I'm gonna say is that if you guys know the good old days when I faced Witch on ladder, bro, nerf that card, dude, immediately. And then you have what? I think you have Wizard next. Okay, Wizard. Wizard got a buff, so it's actually very strong now. I would honestly put Wizard in probably like the high end of B tier. Doesn't need a nerf, no, but I feel like I feel like on mid ladder, you guys can kind of appreciate a Wizard buff. So again, I feel like maybe the HP buff was just a little bit too much, but I think yeah, Wizard is definitely like a high B tier card in my opinion. Let me see what's next, bro. Get to Evos. Expo, yeah, Expo is trash, dude. I would also consider putting D tier, but you have like people like Archer Master and Bedfast and like Kevin Sains and also like Aragon. Like they're all like in hunters, all like I feel like representing Expo. So probably put it in like maybe like the middle of C tier, probably the middle of C tier. Like I feel like right below Tesla, right? It's not the greatest building, but like it's not the worst building either. You have Zap. Zap by itself is kind of a D tier card. Actually, Zap. Where did I put Zap, dude? I think Zap is low key, bro. Yeah, I think okay, fine. Zap is kind of like it's like Rage, man. It's not bad, but like, it's not great either. And like, would you want to buff it? No, don't nerf it either. I think it's in a fine position to where it's at. Finally, man, the last troop, man. And then we just go like Zappy. Zappies are pretty strong, but pretty average. So let's put it like with the mini P.E.K.K.A. Again, only good in like recruits and like Gob Giant, and like that's pretty much it, dude. Like almost in any like Fireball bait deck. So okay, I think we're finally onto the Evos. So dude, finally the Evos, bro. This video's almost done, man. Okay, as long as the video isn't like over an hour, I think I'm chilling, dude. I think I'm chilling. Okay. Okay, Barbarians. Evo Barbarians. Okay, man. Oh wait, honestly, I could probably make a separate video on the Evos. Yes, let's go. I can make another video from this, like ranking all the Evos, because I feel like I've yapped way too much. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a great time watching this. I really do appreciate it, bro. Oh, dude, I pray that either there's volume, bro. If there's no volume, this is crazy. But yeah, maybe I can like save like another video for like ranking Evos. I mean, honestly, there's been a lot of debacle, or like, I mean, honestly, yeah, I think you guys already know like what's gonna be S tier and what's gonna be like A tier, but I think it'll be a pretty cool video. The game is evolving, no pun intended, guys, by the way. And I don't know any of these cards, so I think they're all like just superhero cards. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good time watching. Here's the entire tier list if you guys like want to look through it. I feel like please do let me know what you guys think of it. I think this is honestly a pretty good tier list. I tried to not be as biased as possible, but I think honestly this is pretty good, considering like this is based on like the casual meta and top ladder meta. So I tried to do the best that I could. I feel like again, please do let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you guys like the face cam? Is it good? Is it bad? Do you not want to see my ugly face? Do you just want to see my gameplay and stuff? But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good time watching. And thank you for watching for the entire video. Bro, this video is 42 minutes long, but enough yapping. If you guys do enjoy, again, I'm probably gonna quit YouTube and CR by the end of this year, since I'm not really feeling it. But things could change. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys for those who watch this video. Too much yapping, man. Yeah, if I did Evos, this video would probably be like up to an hour or even more, most likely. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a great time. Again, please consider like subscribing, on the road to 100k subs, or trying to, and also trying to get a code. But yeah, I'll be doing more videos like this. It's been Nate, and yeah, what's my outro? What's my outro, dude? Oh yeah, it's been Nate, and I will see you guys later, man. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, gracias. Yeah, I don't know anything else how to say thank you in any other language, dude. So.